when nanomaterials are synthesized, they are synthesized in different size ranges. But you may want to have a uniform size range. You may want to separate particles of similar size ranges together, for which it's very important to make a proper choice of a pair of a solvent and a non-solvent liquid, like pyridine hexane, chloroform methanol, dimethyl sulfoxide and diethyl ether. You can make use of these chemicals to disperse the nanoparticles, and then they are separated as per their size and density. There is another method called as the Langmuir-Blodgett method. It has been named on the basis of the two people who have developed this technique. This technique is used to transfer organic layers at air-liquid interface onto solid substrates. So it's basically a method to coat organic materials or organic compounds onto solid substrates by using the air-liquid interface. So it's like if you want to coat an organic material on a slide, you dip that slide into the liquid, and as you pull it out of the liquid, as it comes into the interface of liquid and air, the coating takes place. You can make use of amphiphilic molecules like fatty acids, which have both hydrophilic and hydrophobic regions for such coating purposes. Just like when you talk about the cell membrane and you speak about the phospholipid bilayer, something very similar kind of monolayers can be made by Langmuir-Blodgett method. Depending on how you want to organize the layers, you can have different kinds of films. You can have X, Y, and Z films. Now, what are these films basically? Let us have a look at that. This is how the films look like. So if you want an X type of film, as you can see here, you can make use of a laser pointer. So you can see here that the hydrophilic heads are at the top. What interacts with your slide is the hydrophobic ends. So that's the first coating. The second coating would be wherein the hydrophobic ends are going to be overlaid onto the first monolayer. Okay, now obviously for this kind of an interaction, there has to be some coating on the first monolayer so that the hydrophobic ends can interact with that coating, and that's how you can pile up one layer on the other. In Y type of film, it's like the hydrophilic ends interact with each other and the hydrophobic ends are facing the opposite direction. This is the most common kind of a film that you see. Something very similar you see in our plasma membrane also, wherein the hydrophobic tails are interacting with each other and the heads are facing the opposite direction. So Y-type film are very common in the natural environment. While Z-type film is exactly reverse of the X-type film, wherein the hydrophilic ends are facing the slide and the hydrophobic ends are facing away, and then a similar monolayer is going to be overlaid over it. Obviously, you will have to have something in between such that the hydrophilic end can face the hydrophobic end of the first monolayer. But as I said, X and Z films are too difficult to make because you will have to have some kind of coating material to make it possible. But Y type of films are very, very natural and easy to synthesize. In the next video, we will speak about the next type of chemical synthesis, which is called as microemulsions.